Hello everybody and happy Monday. It's time for another edition of Big Rock Mondays. And remember, in May, we're talking about The Energy Bus, a book by John Gordon. And The Energy Bus teaches us the 10 rules for the ride of your life. You can print out these rules at any time at theenergybus.com. Last week, if you remember, we talked about 3 of the 10 rules, rules 3, 4, and 5. Rule 3 is fuel your ride with positive energy. Rule 4 is invite people on your bus and share your vision for the road ahead. And rule number 5 is don't waste your energy on those who just won't get on your bus. So I have a question for you this morning. Did you feed your lawn last week? We talked about the lawn analogy and the fact that if you want to get rid of weeds in your lawn, you actually do that by not trying to weaken the weeds, but by making the lawn stronger. And the lawn will surround and kill the negative energy and weeds that are in the lawn. So if you haven't fed your lawn yet, try and feed your lawn some this week. It doesn't take an earthly effort to get it done. It's just simple little things that you can do each day to try and feed your lawn and make it stronger. All right, let's talk about the next 3 rules in the Energy Bus. And these are maybe the most impactful rules in the entire book. Rule number 6 is post a sign that says no energy vampires allowed. Energy vampires are a huge impact to your team. And remember, last week we talked about negativity costing business in the United States $300 billion a year. So energy vampires have a huge part in that. You have to identify energy vampires as quickly as possible. Just don't invite them on your bus. And if they're already on your bus, you have to give them a chance to change. Teach them about the 10 rules for the ride of your life. Teach them what positive energy can do for the team and helping the team. If they won't change, unfortunately, sometimes in business, you have to remove them. Move them off your bus. So let's move on to rule number 7, which is enthusiasm will attract more passengers and energize them during the ride. Enthusiasm is super important because it not only helps your team be happier about what they're doing, it helps them perform better. We're talking in the book about a new CEO, which isn't the chief executive officer like we all think. It's the chief energy officer. The chief energy officer is somebody who believes in the vision and mission and is excited about the road ahead and helps everybody around them get excited about what they're doing. Enthusiasm comes from the Greek word entheos, which means inspired or filled with the divine. So make sure that you carry that enthusiasm for what you are trying to accomplish with you, and you'll attract more passengers on your ride. Rule number 8 is the one I love the most because it has the word love in it, right? Love your passengers. If you remember the book Servant Leadership, servant leader is one who loves their employees, but love is a verb, right? And so John talks about 5 rules for loving your passengers. And this is a great way to make sure that your team members know that they're heard and valued and an important part of the team. Rule number 1, make time for your passengers or for your team members. Number 2 is listen to them. Number 3 is super simple. Recognize them. Make sure that they know that their contributions are something important to the results of the team. Number 4 is serve them. Make sure that you're there to help them accomplish what they need. And then 5, bring out the best in them. Find out what somebody's really good at and energize that in them and help them feel better about what they're doing. All right, so we end each week with a call to action. I have 2 simple things for you. First of all, think about one energy vampire that exists in your life. We've all got one. Think about that one energy vampire and look at the impact they have on you. How do you feel every time you talk with them? How do you feel after a conversation? What does the conversation actually accomplish as they're continuing to suck the life out of your energy, right? And then the second call to action is practice the 5 ways to love your passengers. Make time for them, listen to them, recognize them, serve them, and bring out the best in them. I hope you have a great week this week, and we'll see you next week for the final review of the Energy Bus on Big Rock Monday.